Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever video, a real video this time, not just a trailer, to where we will show you everything from behind the scenes of entrepreneurship, from just kind of starting out, kind of thinking things through, cars, finances, and mindset. So here you could basically learn everything as I'm starting up, as I'm growing in my journey, and take that for yourself as you are going through your journey. So if you guys want to learn more about what I do, how I'm doing it, what are the challenges, and all these different things, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notifications so that you know every time I post a video. I'm mostly posting shorts almost every single day, at least once every day for shorts, and possibly one or two videos almost every week, but we'll see how that goes. So today I'm going to talk about what it takes to become an entrepreneur. A lot of us think that it's, pretty difficult at times, or just plain and simple, or you have to have a lot of money. In some cases, that is true. But if you are creative enough to find solutions to problems that you have, and you know how to use your resources properly, right, you can achieve almost anything at almost any income level. And I've been doing this for about almost 6, 7, oh my gosh, yeah, around like 6, 7 years or so. That's not a joke. I've been literally starting since 2019, working from my 9 to 5 job and building funds there while developing skills on the other end. My first business was originally clothing, so I was part of a clothing brand. I owned my own clothing streetwear brand called Youth Culture Clothing, and I basically made streetwear clothing, mostly designs, and put it on like a shirt or hoodie that I liked, and kind of promoted that around, going to fashion shows within my area. Made some money doing that, but it wasn't enough to be able to, afford the cost of going to these events and going around to, being a vendor and stuff like that, because you do have to pay. But I found out that there's ways to get around it. So that's basically the start of my journey. After that, I became a licensed realtor in the state of Washington. As of now, I'm like 4 years in, made some like transactions there, but I haven't been doing it full time. I just wanted to kind of get into real estate, learn more about the business so I could understand what it's like to be, in that process on the back end of buying a home, learning about investment properties, learning about, certain tax codes and stuff like that that will help benefit you in the future, and so on. After that, or around that time of being a realtor, I started a moving company with my friends, just four of us, and basically, we were in it for about 2.5 years, I'd say. Doing jobs here and there, and I think it wasn't like a full 2 years actively doing jobs. It would be like maybe, I don't know, 6 to 9 months out of the year, we would be working jobs, usually because the winter, like, can't really drive like a truck safely and do our job, and people don't really move in the winter, so that's the reason why. But we've made probably over 20 moves, making like a little bit over $20,000 in revenue. And I think we were able to grow from, I think, around 4 people to about 8 people, And you know what? I just decided to close it out the beginning of 2025, just because even though we were making good money, it was very logistic heavy. Had to understand all the routes. We had to understand the time, figuring out like schedules and stuff like that. Because me and my friends, we did it like part time, and I found out within those like last 2 years or so, we were like the best, top three best moving companies in our county, and just kind of developed on there. So after everything that I've done, I basically, obtained so many skills from kind of building websites to creating logos to, creating videos and like doing all these other stuff. Still working on communication skills, just because like I'm not normally, what do you call? Not normally, what is it called? Um, Brain fart, man. It's I'm not normally extroverted, but in some extents I can be, or sometimes I have I have a hard time continuing conversation just because I don't know what to say, and yeah, that's mostly it. So in that extent, I'm trying to get better, and like learn more from that, from other people, and kind of like have, almost English, or not English, but speaking coaches on learning how to understand the person properly and also learn how to speak, to be able to dive in deeper. So I have like a couple courses and stuff like that I've taken in the past, learned some stuff, put it out there in the world to kind of see how it works out for me. It's worked out pretty great. Learned a lot about other people that I never would have found out if I did not, uh, put those skills into use. But, it is what it is now. So now I'm currently doing YouTube videos and kind of developing my skills a little bit further on the editing side and just kind of video stuff. Um, as you can tell, like my lighting is not as good, but that's a thing that I want to learn over time and kind of figure things out along the way. I'm not using expensive equipment you could get like on Amazon. Currently, right now, I'm using the Osmo Pocket DJI kind of camera as my video system, but honestly, you could probably use like an iPhone, to be honest. Those have like great quality videos and stuff like that. Pretty sure Samsung has their, ups and downs with their cameras too, but honestly, whatever you have, just use it, because starting is like the hardest part, from what I found. When kind of taking you back from when my first business started, I basically used a lot of my time to figure out a logo for like, I don't know, 2 years. So like around maybe 2018, early 2018, I wanted to create a clothing brand, wanted to make like something meaningful, and it took me a long time just to figure out a name, to figure out a nice logo design, and move on from there. So a lot of stuff that I learned along the way, but the most important part that you can do at this time, if you're learning a skill, whether you're trying to do something, is you just go for it, man. As easy as it sounds, like you just need to make it as simple as possible. Go and put it out in the world, and then figure out for yourself whether if it works or not. And I guess a way for you to tell if something works is if you're getting the results that you expected, or maybe didn't expect, if it's really good. But really seeing and understanding, putting the effort in trying to see what actually happens, like looking at your analytics, looking at what people like, what people don't like about your business, and getting that feedback. when I was doing the moving company, we got a lot of feedback from our customers when we were doing our jobs. We were super fast, we're always on time, we are very great at communicating, and we get the job done like super fast. For the most part, we would take our breaks and stuff like that, but we were very organized in the system that we had it, from organizing the truck to organizing things inside the house, and had a proper setup. And that's what I believe made us very successful from the very beginning, us blowing up, and we weren't even posting any advertisements. This was just mostly word of mouth. And then having a good website, from what I found out, is just how we developed over time. Because when you looked our company up, I don't think it's still up, but at that time we were the first website that you would see when you search up the moving companies in Skagit County. So when we got that traction, when we got the word out about our business from other business owners and people that use our service, they just kept on kind of spreading it forward. Because honestly, there's gonna be a lot of people that need to move here, there, or another, and a lot of our client bases was like older folks that can't move their stuff, or they just big family or whatever, and they couldn't have the capacity to do it just themselves because they're busy with work, family, and so forth. So we were able to take care of that. It was great, but the difficulty with that again is just it's very laborious. It's very heavy on your back. Obviously you're carrying heavy stuff, from couches to even like weights at one time, to just anything you could think of in your house, like we've carried, even like 1,000-pound safe, which is insane. But anyways, not to get sidetracked, we've developed like business really good to where we were able to move forward and get more clients just by doing great work and taking feedback from everyone else. And from there, even though we were on the little bit higher side of our business, our service, we were still able to show them what we could do. Even with two people, like me and my other buddy, we could take down a whole house when it's like already packed and stuff, put it in the truck, get it to our client's house, and get it all fitted out to where they wanted. And this was in the summer. Man, dude, it was so hot. But afterwards, after the job, we would get some lunch. I would take care of all the bills and stuff like that, and make sure that they're taken care of. And that was like the best feeling ever, because when you found out that you helped someone else and that you got the job done like super fast, and you did it properly, you made them satisfied with the service, and you were able to help them out. It was such an amazing feeling when I was doing that. But at this time, I'm trying to reduce the amount of stuff that I do, from just doing the real estate, the clothing, the my 9 to 5 and stuff like that. And I forgot what else I was doing. I think I was in school at that time too for engineering. So I had to reduce all that, from just real estate to now trading on the sidelines, and then just my 9 to 5. So just 3 things versus like 5 or 6. So that's basically kind of like my history about what I've done, what am I doing now, and how I'm gonna progress forward from all these different skills. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, no matter at what start, no matter where you start, it will always go down to the right path, because you're learning along the way. It's fine to make mistakes. It's fine to, go through all these issues and figure out what you like better. Not every business is going to work. Not all the time you're going to make crazy amount of money. It's just about starting and moving forward. Keep on going, looking towards the greater good, making sure that you're providing a good service or a good product, and really trying to develop those skills so that you don't have to worry too much about like perfectionism, right? I've gone through that road of just, I want to be perfect in this job. I want to do everything, by the point of this and that and whatever. But honestly, being that perfect is almost impossible because you're always going to nitpick on every single detail. And it's gone to a case to where I've done that, and it's just, I never started. That's the thing that sucks so bad, where you just nitpick, I don't like this detail, I'm going to restart it again. Whatever, dude. Start it, put it out there, and just move on. Learn from it and go on with your next day or your next job or whatever it is. All entrepreneurship is about is just finding results and improving. Just those two things. Start it, result, improvement. And you keep that cycle every single time, figuring out what works, what doesn't, and from that you will be able to develop a great business. Or if you're not in business or whatever, you could develop a good system that works for you, whether if it's your 9 to 5 job, whether it's with like family, friends, relationships, developments, whatever it is, right? It's applicable to almost every situation, and you go along that path of just kind of figuring out how to pivot and learn and go on forward, right? That's basically what entrepreneurship is, with just almost 3 words. Execute, result, and improve. So if you really want to get into this business, into this kind of lifestyle, almost like, it's honestly basically a lifestyle, because you have to put this ahead of you and understand all these different things, making sure that you're improving every day, that you're understanding what is wrong with honestly it's more like a self-improvement, interpersonal communication kind of thing. You're understanding like all your kind of like flaws, all the things that doesn't really work out in your sense, but you as a person want to improve. You want to figure out how to get better, how to provide more value to everyone around you and stuff like that. And that's what it's all about. So kind of after all this rant or talk about entrepreneurship, in simplicity, like, it doesn't need to be complicated. All you have to do is just go forward into your plan, make ideas, go ahead, do that. Make your plan, go ahead, do that. If you're very big into business planning, sure, do that, so you could kind of execute your plan and follow that pathway along. That's what I've done. But be flexible to be able to pivot and move if something does not go the way it's planned. From understanding and learning from podcasts that I've listened to when I'm at my job, there was these military guys talking about how at almost every single moment when they plan something out, it never goes the way that they wanted to. And that's kind of the way that you have to think when you're going down this pathway. And just like anything in general, right? Focus on the mission, the priority of where you want to get to, but be able to move to extents, be able to basically pivot and have you know, an A through Z plan. Like if this plan does not work out in the very beginning, you have, 25 more other letters in the alphabet or whatnot to be able to execute that plan. Even if you don't know it, there's always a different angle, there's always a different perspective or a different way you could do it. So this is what this YouTube channel is about. It's showing you that anything is possible with the tools you have, with the knowledge you have, and just going out there and doing it, right? I don't have crazy equipment. I don't have an editor. I'm doing it all by myself at this point, but future me wants to hire an editor, get a team to be able to do all this stuff. So it just makes it a lot more easier for my case. So I'm not doing all the work, because honestly, having a 9 to 5, owning a business, and kind of like filling up my schedule is not good all the time. It's nice to be busy, but not too busy. You'll stress yourself out, believe me. So that's kind of like where we're trying to get to at this point, showing you all the ropes, showing you all the different things that I'm going through, and kind of, bringing you guys along for the ride. So, I mean, again, if you believe that this is the path you want to take, hit that subscribe button and, really dive deep into yourself to see what your mission is, like your why, the whole reason why you're doing this, and really focus on understanding yourself. Because once you understand yourself, you'll be able to understand how you can improve and get better, and also help to serve others. That's what entrepreneurs do. They improve themselves, they help themselves first to be able to improve and help others that have that problem or situation, or like something that they have an issue with, or something that they can't do. So my why is to help friends, family, and that's kind of been like my biggest motivator, my biggest push, because it's kind of always like close to me. Like if something happens tomorrow, I could always look to them to help me out. And for those friends and families that do, like, they're there. So that's my biggest why. I want to be able to give back to them rather than just kind of give it all to myself. Yeah, money's cool, having all these like good fun stuff, toys and stuff like that is cool, but in reality, once all the fun stuff goes away, once all the cool toys, cars, whatever it is, like, goes away, then like, the best thing to do is also spend time with friends and family, and that's what I like to do on the side. So that's kind of that's basically my reasoning for pushing forward to making sure that they have a good life, that we could all strive together, that we could grow together, and then build something together that helps everyone out. So really understand your reasoning to doing this, to moving forward towards this, and really trying to push for something greater, right? Even though that we live in a world that has to focus on money, understand that money is a tool, that we should focus on how to provide, how to serve, and how to give more rather than trying to receive. So if this is the path that you're trying to take, for sure, subscribe, follow me on my channels and stuff like that if you want to learn more about it, because this is not going to be the last video that I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on updating you guys on what I'm doing, giving you guys tips and tricks on mindset, how I have a strong mindset, and how I've been doing this for 7 years. And I'm going to be doing this for as long as I live, and showing you that anything is possible with the right mindset, but not just the right mindset. It's having the limitless mindset. And I'll get into that later in the next video. But again, if you want to learn more, stay tuned, subscribe, and share. If you want to have this speak to someone else to help them grow and develop in their business and kind of show them a different way of like how everyone else operates, right? I'm just starting out like you in some way. I may be a little bit more intermediate, but I'm not into the level to where I'm making multi-million dollars. I've made good amount of money. I've made good amount of money. Made a few $1,000s to, my first 10K to my first $25,000 in one of my businesses, and I'm just trying to figure out what I like to do that has the time, the flexibility, and something that I could push forward to in that moment. So this is one of my projects over here, Limitless Lifestyle, that I'm trying to do and I'm very passionate about, and I want to bring you guys along the ride. So again, I'll catch you guys on another video, and I hope you have a great and blessed day. Peace.